Hello, good morning. Myself Navneet Jain. I am lecturer in electrical engineering here in electronics department of Government RC Khitan Polytechnic College, Jaipur. Today I am going to deliver a topic of measurement subject EL 203 for second year electronics students. Basic concept of measurement. Some generalized measuring system is I am going to show here. The generalized measuring system consists of three main functional elements. They are: first, primary sensing element, which senses the quantity under measurement. Second, variable conversion element, which modifies suitably the output of the primary sensing element. And third is data presentation element that renders the indication on a calibrated scale. The block diagram is shown in next slide. This is the block diagram, how the measuring equipment works in steps. First, the quantity which has to be measured, uh, physical quantity to be measured in this diagram is shown. Then this is the input signal which is going through primary sensing element. This primary sensing element then sends the signal to variable conversion element, which convert the signal into variable manipulation element. In this manipulation element, the signal is amplified, and this amplified system signal is gone through data transmission element, by which it next processed for data processing element. This processed signal is next in data presentation element, and then finally observer see the output of this uh, to be readable in the readable form. This is also a block diagram which is same as that shows in earlier slide. Same. So primary sensing element. Primary sensing element, the measurement first comes into contact with primary sensing element where the conversion takes place. This is done by a transducer which converts the measured quantity into a usable electrical output. The transduction may be from mechanical, electrical, optical to any related form. Variable conversion element. The output of the primary sensing element is in the electrical form suitable for control, recording, and display. For the instrument to perform the desired function, it may be necessary to convert this output to some other suitable for preserving the original information. This function is performed by the variable conversion element. A system may require one or more variable conversion suitable to it. Next component of the block diagram is variable manipulation element. Signal gets manipulated here, preserving the original nature of it. For example, an amplifier accepts a small voltage signal as input and produces a voltage of greater magnitude. The output is the same voltage but of higher value, acting as a voltage amplifier. Here the voltage amplifier acts as a variable manipulation element since it amplifies the voltage. The element that follows the primary sensing element in a measuring system is called signal conditioning element. Here the variable conversion element and variable manipulation element are collectively called as data conditioning element or signal conditioning element. Next component of block diagram is data transmission element. The transmission of data from one another is done by the data transmission element. In case of spacecraft, control signals are sent from the control stations by using radio signals. The stage that follows the signal conditioning element and data transmission element collectively is called the intermediate stage. Data presentation element. The display or readout devices which display the required information about the measurement forms the data presentation element. Here the information of the measured has to be conveyed for monitoring, control or analysis purposes. In case of data to be monitored, visual display devices are needed like emitters and voltmeters. In case of data to be recorded, recorders like magnetic tapes, TV equipment and storage type CRT printers and so on are used. Now some definition related with measurement and instrumentation. First definition, instrument. It is a device to measure value or magnitude of a quantity or a variable. Second, true value. The true value of a quantity under measurement may be defined as the average of an infinite number of measured values when the deviation tends to zero. It is not possible to measure exact true value of the quantity. Third is accuracy. The accuracy is the closeness with which an instrument reading approaches the true value of the quantity being measured. It is expressed as a percentage of true value. Here, accuracy equal to AM minus 80 upon 80 into 100. AM is measured value, 80 is true value. Next. Next definition, resolution. Resolution is the smallest change in the measured value to which the instrument will respond. Fifth, precision. If a quantity is measured number of times by an instrument, it always gives the same reading. There is no drift and the measured values do not vary with time. In other words, precision is the measure of the degree to which successive measurements differ from one another. Next is sensitivity. Sensitivity is the ratio of output or response of the instrument to a change of input or a measured variable. Next is efficiency. The efficiency of an instrument is the ratio of the measured quantity at full scale to the input power taken by the instrument. Next definition is error. The difference between the measured value and true value of a quantity is called the error. Delta A equal to AM minus 80. Delta A is error, AM is measured value, 80 is true value. Now we understand all these definitions by some examples. Example 1. If measured value of resistance is 10.30 ohm but its true value is 10.25 ohm, the error delta A will be equal to 10.30 minus 10.25. This is 0.05 ohms. So this is the error. Second example, a change of 10 ohm in the resistance under measurement brings a change of 3 millimeter in the deflection of the galvanometer. 10 ohm का चेंज करते हैं इनपुट में और डिफ्लेक्शन में 3 mm का चेंज होता है, डिफ्लेक्शन आता है, तो then sensitivity will be equal to 3.00 mm upon 10.00 ohms. This will be equal to 0.33 mm upon ohm, means 0.33 mm per ohm. इतना deflection. This is known as sensitivity, 0.33 mm per ohms. Third, a 10 ampere emitter has a resistance of 0.05 ohm. Find the efficiency of the emitter. So here the solution is full scale reading is equal to 10A, 10 ampere. Input power P equal to I square R. Here we correct, this is actually 0.05 ohm, is not, but it is 0.02 ohm. Please correct it. So P equal to I square R means 10 square into 0.02. This is 2 watts. Means efficiency eta equal to 10 by 2. This is equal to 5 ampere per watt. So 5, 5 ampere per watt is the efficiency. Next example, a voltmeter has 100 divisions and its full scale reading is 250 volt. If 1 by 10 scale division can be recorded, find resolution of the voltmeter. Here one division equal to 250 upon 100. 250 volts, here it is 250 volts and 100 division. So one division will be equal to 2.5 volts. Resolution equal to 1 by 10 division. So 1 by 10 into 2.5 volts, this equal to 0.25 volt. So this is the resolution. Now repeatability. As the name shows, repeatability is the variation in measurements obtained from when one person measures the same unit with the same measuring equipment. Repeatability is the variation in the measurements obtained when person takes multiple measurements using the same instrument and techniques on the same parts or items. Here is a graph is showing the ideal and actual values. So ideal value is this straight line and this is actual value by the blue line. Now definition and types of errors. There are 3 types of errors in the instrument. First is gross error. Gross errors are caused by mistake in using instruments or meters, calculating measurement and recording data result. रिकॉर्डिंग किसी भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट में जब रीडिंग लेते हैं तो उसमें इंस्ट्रूमेंट की एरर हो सकती है, मिस्टेक रीडिंग हो सकती है. So these are the gross errors. Wrong data, presenting the wrong data. This may be reason for gross error in reported data, and such errors may end up in calculation of the final result, thus deviating results. Calculation mistakes, reading mistakes, these all are gross errors. Now, systematic error. What is systematic error? Systematic error, also called systematic bias, is consistent, repeatable error associated with faulty equipment or a flawed experiment design. These errors are usually caused by measuring instruments that are incorrectly calibrated or are used incorrectly. इंस्ट्रूमेंट को ढंग से कैलिब्रेट नहीं किया हो, ढंग से यूज नहीं करते सही तरीके से, सो इस तरह की एरर रिपीट हो सकती हैं. They can creep into experiment from many sources. A worn out instrument, for example, a plastic tape measure becomes slightly stretched over the years, resulting in measurements that are slightly too high. An incorrectly calibrated or tiered instrument, like a scale that doesn't read zero when nothing is on it. इंस्ट्रूमेंट में जो पॉइंटर होता है वो जब कोई इनपुट नहीं देते हैं, रेस्ट पोजीशन में होता है, तब भी वो जीरो पर नहीं होता. सो दिस में बी caused for some errors. A person consistently takes an incorrect measurement. So these are the systematic error. Now next is random error. What is random error? Random error, also called unsystematic error, system noise or random variation, has no pattern. 1 minute your reading might be too small, the next they might be too high, too large. You can't predict random error, and these errors are usually unavoidable. Random errors that cannot be defined exactly, वो किसी भी वजह से हो सकती हैं, तो उस तरह के एरर्स को हम रैंडम एरर कह सकते हैं. Now the difference between systematic and random error. The main differences between these two error types are random errors are, like the name suggests, completely random. रैंडम में होती हैं वो. दे आर अनप्रेडिक्टेबल, उनको प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकता, अंदाज नहीं कर सकते, एंड कांट बी रेप्लिकेटेड बाय रिपीटिंग द एक्सपेरिमेंट अगेन. उनको हम एक्सपेरिमेंट को बार बार करने से भी हम उस एरर को हम रेप्लिकेट नहीं कर सकते, नहीं हटा सकते. सिस्टमेटिक एरर्स प्रोड्यूस कंसिस्टेंट एरर. ये फिक्स टाइप की एरर होती है, ये इसको हम रिपीट भी करेंगे तो भी एरर is it will you will get the same error. Systematic errors are consistently in same direction. In contrast, random errors produce different values in random directions. Random means ये हुआ random error जब भी हम रिपीट करेंगे एक्सपेरिमेंट को, वो कभी भी कितनी भी हो सकती है. बट सिस्टमेटिक एरर, जब भी हम एक्सपेरिमेंट को रिपीट करेंगे, वो एरर सेम आएगी. तो बोथ आर द different types of errors, random errors and systematic error. Threshold. Next definition. What is threshold? Threshold is the amount of measurement change required before a measuring instrument reacts to a changes in measurement output or produces a specified result. For example, an analog pressure transducer with a Wheatstone bridge strain gauge output has no signal conditioning components to limit the measurement resolution. And the threshold in this case is a factor of the amount of pressure change required before the sensing diaphragm produces a change in output signal. In this case, the non-responsiveness of the transducer is mostly attributed to the mechanical properties of the sensing diaphragm due to the lack of signal conditioning components. Hysteresis. Hysteresis is the difference between two separate measurements taken at the same point. The first is taken during a series of increasing measurement values and the other during a series of decreasing measurement. बढ़ते हुए क्रम में जो रीडिंग ली जाती है एंड दूसरे टाइम उसको घटते हुए डिक्रीजिंग मेजरमेंट वैल्यूज. तो इन दोनों में जो डिफरेंस आता है, दिस इज द हिस्टेरिसिस. हिस्टेरिसिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन टू सेपरेट मेजरमेंट्स at the same point. This is caused by the natural reluctance of the material to return to an original state after adding or removing a physical change, such as an increase and decrease in temperature or pressure. Calibration. What is calibration? किसी भी इंस्ट्रूमेंट को प्रैक्टिकल के लिए हम यूज करते हैं, उससे पहले उसको हम कैलिब्रेट करते हैं. मींस कैलिब्रेशन इज अ कंपैरिजन बिटवीन ए नोन मेजरमेंट, जो कि स्टैंडर्ड होता है, एंड द मेजरमेंट यूजिंग योर इंस्ट्रूमेंट. Typically, the accuracy of the standard should be 10 times the accuracy of the measuring device being tested. Calibration ensures that instrument drift is minimized. इंस्ट्रूमेंट का जो ड्रिफ्ट होता है, उस एरर को मिनिमाइज कर लेते हैं कैलिब्रेशन से. उसमें हम एक स्टैंडर्ड मेजरमेंट्स को कंपेयर करते हैं. इंस्ट्रूमेंट जो प्रैक्टिकल के लिए काम में लिया जाता है, even the highest quality instrument will drift over time and lose their ability to provide accurate measurements. It is therefore critical that all instruments are calibrated at appropriate interval. Thanks. This is the end of this lecture.